Hey guys, what's up? Well, today we're going to give you a bit of a review on the Dell XPS L702 X laptop. Now, I've had this for a few months now, and I thought, well, you know what? I've, definitely worked the hell out of it and seen what it can do, what it can't do, that sort of stuff. And so far, I can't find much they can't do. Now, I really like this computer. I think it was probably one of my better choices. I like to play some video games, but I mostly use this for business because of what I do for a living. And but I do like my video games, and one of the video games I like the most is Need for Speed Undercover, and it's very, very processor demanding. The last laptop I was using was an HP laptop, and hey, it's not bad. Hey, it works good. And it had an i-Core 3 processor, which worked really well with the game. Except that when you run every single thing full tilt on the game, it would lag. So you had to make some sacrifices. So with this computer, I can run every single thing 100% full out and have no lag in the game. Okay, and I'm going to give you a little demonstration of that game in a minute, just to give you an idea. And, don't pick on my driving skills too much. I'm probably going to crash a few times, but hey, what the hell. But anyway, I also have a couple of older games on here, one of which is Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Of course, it can't lag because it's an older game, and it was designed to run on a Pentium 2 processor, so it actually runs on this one rather nicely. And it's still a good game that I like. But we're going to give you a bit of specs on this machine. It's all HD graphics, LED 17-inch display, all high def, camera as well. It's got nice array microphones on it, JBL sound system, 2 speakers up front, subwoofer underneath. It's got 1.5 terabytes of hard drive space that I'll never use in this lifetime, or probably the next 8. I just can't seem to fill a hard drive. Even my last computer only had, I think, 500 megs or something. I couldn't fill it. My computer before that was like under 300 gigs. I couldn't fill it, so it's just, I'm not a major, massive player of video games and stuff. And even when I was with my first Dell XPS, which was actually one of those ones with all the LED cool lights, and it's a gamer laptop, and it was a nice laptop and everything. But even with that one, it didn't have a massive hard drive in it. I still couldn't fill it up, so, and I had tons of games and music files, movie files. I tried, it didn't work. I just couldn't fill it up. But anyway, this one got 8 gigs of RAM in it, 64-bit operating system. It's Windows 7 Professional. It's got the i-Core 7 processor in it from Intel. It does have NVIDIA graphics card that I had put in. I've actually got the GeForce GT 555M with 3 gigs on board. So it's got tons of video. Face recognition is on here, so it uses my camera for face recognition to fire up the computer. If it fails to read my face, which at times it does, I mean, it's not perfect, and it is still learning my face for some reason, I have the option to put in a password, which is nice. But I thought, I don't really need that kind of security, but I thought, it's fun anyway, right? For network adapters, we've got an Intel Wi-Fi Link 1000 BGN. I'm not actually running on wireless N with my wireless N router. I still have some settings to do to set that up. PCI Gigabit Family Ethernet controller, so if you're going to run wired Ethernet cable, it's got a wired port. Has a full-size HDMI port on this. Card reader on the side, USB port here, 2 USB ports in the back. I got a FireWire port in the back, plus my Ethernet and then my HDMI are sitting back there. On the side over here, I've got a SATA RAID connector port, 2 headphone jack ports, and 1 microphone port. I don't know why they put 2 headphone jack ports. I don't need 2 headphone jacks. I don't even need 1, really. I like, straight sound out. I did put a Microsoft USB gamer keyboard on this, just so I don't wear out my built-in one. And I do use it as a laptop for what it's intended for. I take it off the table once in a while, so I'm not always carting around the keyboard, but that's usually when I'm not playing video games, unless it's my Need for Speed game, because I don't need the mouse for it. But I like having it as a small system. I don't like big computers anymore like I used to, so I like everything small, so laptops are great for me. I've got access here to the mobility center where I can change a lot of different things. Then we've got this one, instant launch manager. I haven't assigned anything to it, but I can. And then my Dell audio by Realtek. Tells me it's JBL speakers, microphone, WaveMax audio system, Andrea microphone technology. It's pretty cool. As far as surfing goes with this puppy, it's pretty fast, even though I'm not on wireless N. We'll just go to a couple of websites here. Here's our website. So boom, fast. It's pretty quick on the hop. Google, you know, that's nothing to load that site, but it gives you an idea. One of the machine shops I deal with for parts and tools. What else? Bass Pro. So it's pretty quick for surfing. Pretty impressive. As for sound music, I'm going to play a sound file. It's a song that I actually wrote, and a buddy of mine accompanied me on it, and we did this in a studio. And this way, because I own the rights to this song, so the sound is very nice, very crisp, very clear. The subwoofer on it's very nice. Okay, and I can control the volume from my extra keyboard here. I can also control it up here as well. But that's just a little bit of a song that I wrote a while back, and that's me and him playing. Now for video game. Now I do have Need for Speed Undercover on here. I'm going to show you a quick little tour here and show you how it just doesn't lag and how nice the graphics are. Everything, like I said, is completely full tilt on this game. Nothing is sacrificed. So everything that you can possibly turn on for enhancements and stuff, it's on. So we'll just do a little bit of free driving. Now the car I'm using here is the Lotus. There's your smoke effect. Now I personally don't like driving in this mode because it messes me up. But so I tend to play like this. But as you can see, there's like no lag here. Unit 110, I'm on 10-7. Get a record with 4 tires, so by 20, ain't that?
10-4, what happened out there?
Looks like some kids got a hold of a spike belt. You can destroy a lot of stuff in the game too, it's kind of fun.
I blew out all 4 of them rolling out of my spot.
Oh, there's the pole.
Records en route. Watch those tires.
Got it. Dispatch, Constable 1, quality just getting excessive speed. Please alert unit to the area.
So there's a little bit of Need for Speed Undercover, and as you can see, it just doesn't lag, which is really awesome. I even have the new Need for Speed free to play, so I can play online. It has a little titch of lag here and there, but it's pretty good. You know, I've raced a lot of people and had some fun, and it's great. And the graphics are actually really good too on it. But when it comes to doing anything on this machine, it just doesn't lock in performance. It is a very, very nice machine. It's not perfect like anything else, so when I do ratings on reviews on stuff, I never give anything a 5 out of 5, as much as I wish I could on some things. But I mean, I would still stick to a 4 out of 5, on this machine. But it's just because it's not perfect. Nothing can be made perfect. So otherwise, I have really nothing that I can say, downshot wise about it being bad. It doesn't lag in my games that I'm playing, other than, like I said, the online video game with Need for Speed. It got a little bit here and there, not very often. It's more of a hiccup than anything. But it doesn't affect my driving in the game. So I can still win races, right? Surfing the internet is a lot of fun. It's very, very quick on the hop, as you've seen. When it comes to running Windows Movie Maker, because of all the YouTube videos I do, Windows Movie Maker is a great little program, and it doesn't take long to process everything and convert and do what I need to do, and so that's pretty good. It's pretty fast. So any tasks that you can give this thing that are pretty demanding, so far I've had no issues with. Now I'm gonna have to try and find something that's more and more demanding than even what Need for Speed can put out. So I'm thinking about downloading America's Army again, because I love that game. Played it for years, and from what I hear, it's pretty demanding nowadays on processor, graphics, and everything. So I'll give that a go and see how it works, and see if there's any kind of lag, because it is an online game, and online games always have a certain amount of lag, but and there's an acceptable amount of lag, then there's unacceptable. So if it has acceptable lag, like it always has, well then it's just really not gonna stop this thing from performing. So we'll have to find that out, and at a later date. But it's a pretty decent machine. I'm pretty happy with it. I think anybody who gets into any of the higher end Dell laptops, I mean, you're gonna pay for these things, guys. They're costly, but they're worth it. You're getting quality, you're getting the performance that you want, so they're a good laptop. And this thing can max out to 16 gigs of RAM, and I've got 8 in it now. And even at 8 gigs, it's quite good with Windows 7. And I may end up trying Windows 8 on it, we'll see. We'll first see how Windows 8 is on my new tablet that I just ordered from Dell, and see if I can get used to it. And I want to see what programs will run on Windows 8 too, because if I can't play some of these things, well, there's no sense going to Windows 8, because you do lose access to some games as you upgrade. I lost access to Far Cry, the first version of it, when I went into this laptop, and actually even my HP wouldn't play it. And so that was kind of disappointing, because that was actually one of my top favorite shoot-'em-up games. And yet it's a much newer game than Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which runs on this thing. Go figure. And I lost a couple other games going into this sort of a high-powered system. Because if you have more processing power than what your game can actually handle, a lot of games just will not run anymore. So that's kind of a price. But there's always newer, cooler games out too, so... But anyways, that's about as much as I can really tell you. It does have Blu-ray, DVD, CDRW, but it doesn't burn Blu-ray, it just plays them. So that was the other thing. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but in case I didn't, I did now. So, hell of a laptop, worth every penny. If you're looking at something for business use as well as for video game entertainment, playing movies on, that sort of thing, this thing will do it all. It's a really nice system. So if you got any comments, feel free to post them up, and got any questions, usual, and I'll do my best to answer them, and we'll see you on the next video.